The Cybertruck is taking the world by storm, but with every storm comes rainfall, and with rainfall comes rust. Yes, your Cybertruck's gonna rust, you guys. Did you know? Did you know it's not just crazy people saying crazy things without evidence? No, it's the truth, as decided by tabloids and the rumor mill. And here with me to discuss it is my good friend Herbert. Welcome to Future Awesome. Herbert, I know you love my intros. You can't stop smiling when I do them.
I do. I love
fun.
you. I was always
Fun.
wondering, like, do you just say it off the cuff, or do you have it prepared, or how
I
do you
don't
do
have it
these things?
prepared. I don't have it
You're
prepared. It
so
comes to me. It comes to me. It's my gift. It's my gift. So yeah, I don't know if you've heard the crazy news. It's so terrible.
yeah.
Cybertruck may not be so stainless after all. Literally bulletproof, but needs constant cleaning to stave off corrosion, says the Register. What a terrible bit of clickbait. It's only been a few months, but yeah, it's tarnished for some. We use a fun wordplay. Though beset with production issues and missing its speculative release, its unique polygonal design, as with anything, attracted legions of devotees. Now, I don't know if you've seen, but when this car gets out in public, it attracts a crowd. Have you seen the crowds?
What do you mean? Of course, I've seen the
Of
crowds everywhere.
course,
For
you can't
yes,
miss them. You
it's
can't
awesome.
miss them.
Yeah,
Nobody pulls a crowd like these
yeah,
guys. It's unbelievable. Just
yeah.
Cybertruck Owners Club. This guy says, Raxar states, just picked up my Cybertruck today. Advisor specifically mentioned Cybertrucks develop
Mm.
orange rust marks in the rain, and that required the vehicle to be buffed out. I know I heard the story of never take out your DeLorean in the rain, but I just never read anything about rust in Cybertrucks. I'm calling BS. What do you think?
Well, I mean, yeah. So obviously, okay. So let's not jump to conclusions either
Sure.
way. Let's say, but the point is, right now, what are we talking about here? We're talking about what, two people,
Mhm.
and it's not loads of owners. They say loads of owners, but where is the loads of owners? And all we've got so far is a couple people saying so in Reddit, um, and
It's
that's all we've got.
right.
So why are we jumping to this?
I have talked to the service centers also, and no one ever said anything about rust. That's not something. Now, with the service center advisors, they're not always in the loop. They don't always know what's going on. I've seen Matt Wallace wanted to know when the Cybertruck is going to reach Vegas. He called 3 different places and got 3 different answers because they don't always
Yeah.
know. Uh, as you might expect, provoked a strong reaction. Liar, is this fun for you? Well, yeah, it's if it rusts, it's not stainless steel. Common misconception: stainless steel is resistant to rust, not completely immune. It depends on the mix. What are you mixing it with? The notion that they would have chosen a alloy that is prone to corrosion in the rain in 2 days in the rain is pretty ridiculous. Uh,
Yeah.
orange, orange
2 days in
states.
the rain.
Yeah,
Exactly. And then if that was the case, so first of all, yeah, like you said, this is new. It's not just stainless steel, right? This is specialized material that Tesla created, number one. So you don't know, if you can't just say, oh, stainless steel does this. And secondly, yeah, 2 days in rain, red flag right there. That's ridiculous. Nothing happens in 2 days in the rain. And if it is true, okay, that's fair. If it is true, then what you would do is you do clear coat protection, you would do a wrap, and they would be highly recommending people do wraps. So even if it was true, it's kind of like a minimal impact to all this. But it's at this point, you can't jump to this conclusion.
orange spots on my car happens after the rain too. It's called
Yeah,
pollen. It's
yeah,
called pollen. The tiny specks may not seem like a big deal, but given
yeah.
that the Cybertruck went from 40 to 60, so first of all, there is no $60,000 version that doesn't exist yet. So comparing, I mean, that's just lazy. Corrosion was forming on the metal of his brand new Cybertruck after 11 days in the LA rain. That
Mhm.
may I see a picture? May I see a picture, please?
Oh yeah,
I d-
that's right. I mean, no picture. If they
there's
don't,
no
uh, there's no
that's
picture.
There's no picture.
Yeah. So
Uh-huh.
why would, yeah.
No, another,
Yeah.
but if you look at the maintenance documentation, it says that the car does not have a clear coat. Correct? Why?
Yeah.
Why? Well, it doesn't prevent UV radiation.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean,
And
true,
yeah,
true.
look at this. Says to prevent damage to exterior, remove corrosive substances. Tell me any other car that doesn't have that same statement everywhere. Of course,
Well,
anything.
and
Don't
this is
leave
the fun.
corrosive.
It's if you look at the manual, it literally says, bird poo
Yeah.
and other tree sap. Right. That's because it's the same verbiage. It's the same verbiage copy and pasted from all the other cars. They didn't rewrite
Yeah.
it. They
Exactly.
just put the same verbiage in. It's shockingly dishonest, but what am I to expect? It sounds like a lot of work. If even 5 minutes dash for milk might result in a midge besmirching the body, the body, in a midge besmirching the body. Beautiful. Is more resistant to dents and dings than most other vehicles. However, it doesn't have a clear coat to protect it. And yeah, scratches in the, well, if you're going to get a scratch through the clear coat, any scratch that would actually leave a mark on the stainless would not have been protected by a clear coat. Just going to throw that out there. Uh-huh. The register asked Tesla whether it agreed with the description of Cybertruck corrosion as the norm. But, of course, they didn't respond. We will update the article if a response is forthcoming. Even if they had a PR department, I don't think they'd respond to this because this is... Where's the picture? The register? Even
no picture.
Even
two people,
your article has no picture.
2 hours in the rain. Okay.
2 hours in the rain. There are already hundreds and hundreds of these out there. And they're all parked outside, like almost all of them. A lot of people are very proud.
Yeah.
Well, they're also very proud. Mine would fit in the carport. I wouldn't park it in the carport. I'd park it somewhere you could see it because I'm proud. Because I'd be excited to share it with the world. Oh, what are we doing, man? Why are we doing this? It's a little bit of craziness is what it is. I have a question for everybody in the comments, which is, are you doing anything for the eclipse? The eclipse will be tearing across the western part of Texas. It'll also be going through Mexico. It'll also be going through all of North America, across through the Midwest, and over into Eastern Canada. The eclipse, April 8th. If you have plans, tell me what they are. I have not made plans. There's a lower and lower chance that I could be in Mexico at the time because I want to check out Giga Nueva Leon, which would put me just a few hours to the east of the path. There's a place called Gomez Palacio, something like that. Gomez Palace that is in the path. And I checked, there are no real flights left between Monterey and there because it's a very exciting time. So, yeah, if you guys have plans for the eclipse, share them. Any other corrosion news we need to discuss because this is going to just, wouldn't we see it? Wouldn't we see it, you guys? So ridiculous. But I assume we will be inundated with images of rusted Cybertrucks any day now. Yeah. And had you ever heard, don't drive your DeLorean in the rain? Because you and I live in the Northwest, and we've seen DeLoreans on the road year-round. Yeah. Not commonly. They're not common cars, but if you live in the Northwest, you drive in the rain. So I don't know what to even make of it. It's very strange. Well, this was a short one, you guys. But in the comments, let us know. What did we miss? What did we misunderstand? Leave it. Do me a favor. Head over to check out what Herbert's got going on there at Brighter with Herbert. He has some amazing guests and some really great topics. They talk. Cyberbulls are always crushing it. Scott Walters over there, the doctor, the PhD guy who's been in robotics for decades and knows them as well as anyone and better than anyone else who's willing to discuss them and can because of NDAs and whatnot. So check it out. I always do. It makes me brighter. And also we do a live stream but I like to keep that secret. So yeah. So check it out. And everyone else, like, subscribe, do the usual things. Stay tuned, stay juicy. Cannot wait to hear from you, clever robots, in the not too distant future, where we'll all be living inside of rusted out Cybertrucks.